Okay, well, what the heck just happened? Well, what did you guys expect? You clicked on a video titled Top 10 Scary Fishing Stories. You knew that something was about to happen. Okay, I'm just kidding, guys. This video isn't real. It's actually an advertisement, but I'll be talking about 10 very real and scary fishing stories. So make sure you guys stay tuned. How's it going, YouTube? I'm your host for this one, Landon Dowlatsingh, and welcome back to another most amazing top 10 video. And before we get started, I want to remind you guys to become a sponsor of this channel. You guys can just click the sponsor button beside the subscribe button, because we're going to be going live for the sponsors very soon. We actually just got a new studio that's just dedicated to going live for you guys, so things, yeah, we're moving up here. So we want you guys to become a part of the most amazing top 10 family, because we're the most amazing people out there. Okay, so the sport of fishing is a prehistoric practice that humans have been doing for over 40,000 years. Over the years, we've improved a little bit. So we went from fishing with like sticks and a little string on it to now like putting dynamite in the ocean and catching millions of fish. Well, we've improved and developed our fishing equipment so that fishermen are able to catch a wide variety of fish in the ocean. But not all catches are edible, and sometimes things go horribly wrong. So this is why we're here today. So you know what? This is the top 10 scary fishing stories. Jumping into this one, in at number 10 with a barracuda. Barracudas have been known to attack things larger than themselves. They reach lengths of 6 feet and weigh over 100 pounds. They also have very sharp, dagger-like teeth, and they use these to pierce through their prey. They are known as a very dangerous fish who attack divers without any obvious reasons. So you can imagine that it would be extremely scary if something like this happens to you.
You see that big flash of silver?
Did you see that?
Yes, I did. That was like dangerous activity or something, man.
Oh, no.
Whoa! Look out, it's a cuda. You okay, Bill? Bill, let's get away from him, man.
What do you guys do in this situation? I wouldn't want to have a battle with a barracuda on my boat. I feel like the fish had the upper hand even though he was out of the water. I think it must be his teeth. I'd be way too scared to go near this thing, let alone trying to purposely catch one of these monsters, but apparently a lot of these fishermen try to catch barracudas because their meat is really good. But I'll never know because I am not gonna catch one. Next up on our list, number 9 is this fishing accident. Well, his first mistake was going fishing on a little tiny kayak. What was he thinking? I mean, he was just setting himself up for failure right at the start. But going fishing in a little kayak, you basically are saying that you don't expect to catch anything big or worthy. But anyways, this man was fishing when all of a sudden he caught a really big animal that actually dragged him into the water. Once he was in the water, he immediately began swimming to his friend's large boat, and in the video you can hear his friend saying that it was a shark. Alright, so his second mistake was fishing in a shark-infested water with a tiny little kayak. What if you just flipped over? That is live bait for the sharks. The only two things that he did right was wear his life jacket and swim like hell to his friend's bigger boat. Otherwise, he could have given that shark a nice tasty snack, if you know what I mean. Fisherman charged by a sea lion breaks into number 8. I mean, is this real life right now? You don't hear about this every day, but you know what? Take a look at this clip. This is one angry sea lion.
Nah, he missed it.
The sea lion was probably pissed off because the fisherman was stealing all of his food, or he was being tricked by the lure, and he thought it was a fish. Either way, the sea lion wasn't having it. He was just letting the fisherman know that this is his turf and the fisherman is encroaching on it. I just love the part when the fisherman fails so hard at running away. It's like he forgot how to run or just laid down in the sand, accepting his fate. But the sea lion spared him his life that day. Male sea lions can be extremely territorial, and they have actually been known to attack humans. Well, obviously, we just saw that video. Number 7 takes us over to the deep sea fishing disaster. Deep sea fishing can be extremely dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. When you're deep sea fishing, you have the potential to catch some pretty disturbing, scary, and horrific animals. So let's take a look at what this unfortunate fisherman caught. What you're looking at right now came straight from the depths of hell. Okay, not really, but the thing is still pretty terrifying. A fisherman in Florida accidentally caught a very rare goblin shark while he was deep sea fishing. He was about 10 miles off the coast of Key West, Florida, when he managed to reel in this gross looking fish into his boat. Can we all just take a moment and just look at this guy's teeth? I mean, they look like a prehistoric animal that should have went extinct millions millions of years ago. Their jaws can expand forward to pick up prey, and their razor-sharp teeth can easily tear their flesh apart. They are also known as the vampire shark because they don't like the light, so that's why they live in the depths of the ocean. Greedy shark swims into number 6. Fishermen are used to sharks coming in at the last minute and taking a bite of their catch, but they are fishing in the open ocean. But for those amateur fishermen, they got the shock of their lifetime when this happened to them.
Oh, he's got no line. That wheel line.
Yeah, like I said, you wouldn't expect a shark to steal your dinner when you're fishing on the dock near a pier, so I think these people got a serious dose of reality when the shark came in and scared them to death. I don't think I would be swimming anywhere near this dock from now on. Actually, after watching this video, I don't really feel like swimming in any oceans, rivers, or anything that's shark infested for a very long time. Or ever. The extremely violent fish splashes onto this list at number 5. The fisherman got a lot more than he bargained for when his big catch of the day actually got revenge on him. Take a look for yourselves. Okay, see, I wasn't kidding. This group of fishermen caught a huge arapaima fish, and they tried to drag the fish onto shore in order to kill it. Well, the fish had no intention of dying that day. This is a warrior fish. The fish was desperately trying to escape by flapping around, and he ended up slapping one of the men square in the face, which caused him, a knockout punch. You can see the man unconscious, covered in blood, and you can also hear one of the other men dying of laughter. I don't know if I would go save my friend. A fish just slapped you in the face. I would be ROFLing on the floor. I guess you know who your real friends are. Your real friends would be the ones actually laughing on the floor. If they're a fake friend, they would have come at your help. Okay, crazy fishing accident sinks into number 4. A lot of fishermen have been injured while fishing. There are a lot of safety hazards that fishermen need to be aware of on a daily basis because it is considered to be a very dangerous job or recreational activity. Well, here's a video clip of a man who is recreationally fishing off of his boat. Everything seems to be going smoothly so far, right? Well, it looks like he caught a marlin and he is trying to reel him in, and then this happens. This marlin was like, nope, not today. He decided to fight back with this giant spear on top of his head, and it sounds like he managed to stab one of his fishermen on the boat. After he pierced the fisherman with his razor sharp spear, he managed to make a safe return back into the ocean. Well, I think it's safe to say that these fishermen have learned their lesson, and I think they'll be retiring their fishing rods. A hungry hippo darts into number 3, and I'm not kidding. When I was younger, I always thought the hippos were pretty cute and of course pretty chill. But then I grew up and I came to the harsh reality that hippos are actually very violent creatures who are extremely territorial. A couple of fishermen found this out when they were out of the water trying to catch some fish for dinner. They had no idea that a hippo would actually do this. Watch.
Whoa, close, dude. There's another one though. Where's the other one? We're being chased by a hippo. Oh my god.
Okay, what the heck just happened? Is this real life right now? Did you guys see the size of the wake that this ginormous hippo created? Hippos can swim at a speed of 8 kilometers per hour or 5 miles per hour in the water, which is almost the speed of Michael Phelps. Which means if you see one coming, you have no chance of surviving. So now you know that hippos are pretty quick in the water. And oh yeah, their bite force is 1821 psi, and in case you're wondering, yes, that is very, very strong. Hippos are also known to knock over small boats and attack the people on board. So I probably wouldn't be messing around with a hippo if I was them. I would max out my boat's motor and head for dry land. A kayaker catches an alligator in at number 2. What are they thinking? And yeah, you've heard that right. If I was in a little kayak and I accidentally caught a huge alligator, I would probably myself or have a heart attack. Either way, I would be dead. In the video, we have an innocent kayaker who discovered an old pool noodle that was floating in a murky swamp. When he went in to pull it out of the water, he got a lot more than he bargained for. Watch.
I think we got a garfish, dude. Be careful, Evan. Oh my god! That's a big ass gator, buddy!
Okay, let's watch that again, but in slow-mo, because why not? Okay, so I'm pretty sure his young son is in the back of his kayak too. He wasn't even trying to go fishing, but he ended up catching the biggest animal of his life. And I just love how quickly he tried to paddle away in his tiny little kayak. If the alligator was hungry enough, he could have easily tipped it over and had a quick bite to eat. Finally, number 1, I don't know about you guys, but if I ever saw an anaconda slithering in the water where I was fishing, I would just get rid of the rod and just call it a day. But for some reason, the fisherman decided it would be a good idea to harass a large anaconda who can easily strangle him and eat him. So here's a clip of what you should never do while fishing. Is this guy where the anacondas swallow their prey whole, starting with the head, or that they can kill their prey by constricting them until their bones crush and they die from internal bleeding? I'm thinking this guy didn't know any of this. He skipped school. He's extremely lucky because this anaconda probably just had a big meal, so he doesn't want to feed again for, several months. Well, there you guys have it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I think we have a few bloopers for you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Or because he was being tricked, or because he was being tricked by the lure. Or he was being tricked by the lure. 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 I say it so weird. Lure. Lure. All of his food, or because he was being tricked by the lure. The lure. I'd be ROFLing on the floor.
I'd be ROFLing on the floor. On the floor.